Hello, gorgeous goddesses, and welcome to our sacred space. I'm Belle from Autumn Crone, and how are you? So, today I've got headphones in. It is school holidays, and I'm recording while kids are home. So, hopefully, the headphones block out some of the background noise. So far, they've been quiet, but if you have children, you know that when you get up and do something, that's when they want to do something and they want to come in and ask you questions and make loud noises. So, let's get started. So, angry. What is anger all about? And do good girls get angry? And is angry really bad? Let's dive into this, right? I love this topic, right? So, do good girls get angry? Or everyone gets angry. Why? Because anger is a normal human emotion. Everybody experiences it and feels it, and it's completely out of your control. Things happen and things make you angry, right? You're human. You're responding to things around you. You know, if you see something, injustices happen or heinous crimes or whatever, that can really get you angry, and rightfully so. Rather than just going, "Oh yeah, that's cool," or going along with it, angry is normal. It is a perfectly normal human emotion, just like frustration and rage and all those kind of things. They're part of being human. We're not just all love, light, and rainbows and lollipops. It's not about that. We're a full spectrum of emotions and feelings, and we're cyclic beings, so we go through different aspects of different emotions. We can go from high to low. We can change emotions like that. If you've ever been in a good place and unfortunately got a call that someone dearly you loved or cared about has passed, it switches your feelings and emotions and your moods real quickly, right? Or you could be in a bad place and then get a phone call and it's good news. You know what I mean? So we're very dynamic and our emotions can change very quickly. If you've ever had children or been around children, you can see children get over shit really quickly. Like they're very much in the moment. Next thing, they can be having a tantrum one moment, and literally in a second two, they're laughing and having fun, or vice versa, right? So it's about really being accepting to, yes, it is okay to be angry. We have been conditioned, especially from the patriarchal society, that, good girls don't get angry and we shouldn't get angry, and it's bad to be angry, and, you're a terrible person if you get angry and all that sort of stuff. Only bad people get angry, right? And it's no different in the way of boys don't cry. It's normal to cry. It's part of being human. These are just conditioning and expectations that are being conditioned out to us at such a young age. So what happens then when we do get angry, because we will get angry because it's a normal part of being human, what happens is we don't know what to do with it. We don't know how to express it. We don't know how to move through it, so we stuff it down. And we can only stuff so much down before it explodes. It's like a volcano. It is going to erupt eventually. What happens, well, what needs to happen, but we're not really taught what to do, is we need to work through our anger. We need to work through that emotion. It needs to be expressed, right? Now, the bad part of anger, right, is not feeling angry. It's not being angry. It's what you do with anger depends on if it's good or bad, right? So there are healthier ways to go through anger, which we will definitely go discuss, right? But the bad parts of anger is when we're violent. We take it out on ourselves, we take it out on others, we put others in harm's way, whether it's property, animals, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? If we're yelling and screaming at people or being physically violent or, punching holes in the wall and all that kind of stuff, that is bad. That is not healthy, and that is more explosive. That is more really, really unhealthy. It doesn't need to be that way when we feel angry. It's about honoring that feeling. It's like, I'm feeling angry, and it's okay to feel anger because we're conditioned that being angry is bad. Therefore, we beat ourselves up, which only amplifies the anger even more. So, being angry is perfectly normal. It is healthy to be angry. It's part of being human. So what are some ways that we can express it, right? We can journal. We can write out, I'm angry, or, really express, what you're feeling, why you're feeling it. You know, you might want to do burn letters. You know, say if someone's really pissed you off, you might go, dear blah blah, you really annoyed me, you just, you know, really let it all out, really honor what comes up, really allow that anger and the rage to come out in that writing, and just scribble it out, or, you know, just really get it out. You're really moving through it. You're moving through it, right? It's like the bear hunt. We've got to go through it. We can't go around it, over it, under it. We have to go through it. Anything else is bypassing, right? So, right, so burn letters one. So once you've written that letter out, it's not about giving it to that person, because it's not about that person. It's about you and your emotions, and you having the emotional intelligence to be responsible for your own emotions, right? So then you can safely burn that letter, right? You may need to do one letter, you may need to do 100 letters to move through it, whatever works for you. Another way is we really feel it in our bodies, right? Anger. Our bodies communicate to us all the time. You know, it's amazing in the spiritual world how we want to be all spirit and connect to our intuition and talk with spirit and connect with our guides and star seeds and elementals and whoever, and we really neglect our body, right? But we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So part of us wanting to come down as spiritual beings is to have this physical form, is to have these, to experience the time restraints, to experience the highs, the lows, the happy, the joy, the love, the heartbreak, the grief, the anger. You know, it's about that full spectrum of being a human, right? So we've chosen to come down to have this experience, right? So now I get sidetracked. So it's about our body holds onto it. So being having this physicalness and the restraints compared to this just being a spiritual being is part of our experience, right? But also too, it's part about being in this body, about experience how's it felt. So really one thing I've learned a lot of things actually, but one thing that for 20 odd years I really ignored my body, and I have chronic illnesses, I have disabilities, you know, like I've had surgeries, I've tried lots of drugs, I've tried lots of things. So I understand the restraints the physical body can have, and but the thing is, our body, so for 20 years I really ignored the physical body. I was more into the spiritual side, growing spiritually, doing shadow work and doing, you know, I was in a covenant one stage, you know, and then I've held women's circles, and, you know, I've been doing oracle readings and healings, you know, Reiki, crystal healings, you know, I went and did naturopathy and herbalism, and, you know what I mean? So I've done all these things. So one thing I really learned, especially when I got really, really, really sick, and I'm sort of at the tail end of that and being bedridden and all that sort of stuff, was how much I really neglected my body. But in the process, I really learned how that to really amplify my intuition, I really listen to my body. Like my body communicates to me all the time. And if there's a saying, you know, if you don't listen to the whispers, you'll hear it scream. Well, I got to the real screaming stage of my body. So, you know, but our intuition things come through, whether they're gut feelings or, you know, I'm very clear cognizant, so very clear knowing. So, but I can feel that it has a sensation for me that comes through when that happens. So, you know, our body really talks to us all the time. So really when feelings come up, you know, when you feel love, where do you feel it in your body? How does it feel in your body? You know, when you feel joy or excitement, how do you feel in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? And it's the same. And normally those feelings of love, joy, happiness are all generally, you know, if you're different, let me know, are very light feelings. You know, they feel light. Our energy, our body feels lighter and just feels more free flowing, and it feels a lot more nice. It feels great. It feels really good. So, but when we get the other end of the spectrum feelings, though, those anger feelings and, you know, there's disappointments and anxiety and all those other feelings, generally they're more heavier, dense feeling. They feel like, you know, they don't feel really nice. They don't feel really good. And they feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, how do you feel it? Let us know. You know, like it could be tightening of the gut, or, you know, headachy, or, you know, tension in your neck and your shoulders, or is it lower back pain, or is it shooting pains? Everybody is slightly unique and different in how they feel things due to our conditioning, due to our past experiences, and all those kind of things. So it's generally felt heavy, right? So we feel it in our physical, dense body, right? So I am getting to the point, just going a long way around. Had coffee time. I've got a migraine coming on, but I really wanted to get these videos done. So, so how does that all connect to being angry and your body? So part of the way of moving it through your body is, take notice of your body. Tap into your body. It's a powerful exercise to do. And, where are you feeling that anger, and how does it feel? Is it tingly? Is it dense? Or is it just like a tight ball? Or is it like a blob? Or, whatever it is for you is right for you. I'm just giving some examples. It's honor what's right for you and always follow your intuition. So moving your body can be a great way to shift and move through that anger. So for example, there's been times when I felt really angry and really pissed off and just want to rip someone's head off. And so sometimes with Dave, we've gone for a walk, and we live in a hilly area. So, we started the walk off, and you've got that power walk, with that angry, that adrenaline's kicking in. So, you really want to move it. And that's the thing, when adrenaline goes, it's about moving, and there's that burst of energy, right? Because afterwards, when you come down, there's that hangover feeling. But, I've gone for a walk and I'll be talking at the same time. So I'm really exerting a lot of energy. But I'm like, I'm really angry. And having someone to talk to where you can just unleash and they hold sacred space for you. I will do another video on holding sacred space for somebody. It's very powerful stuff. And anyway, I won't get into that. Anyway, so going for a walk and just talking about it, just this is how I'm feeling. This is what my inner bitch would like to do. She likes to come out every now and then and say what some of the things she'd like to do. The look on Dave's face is a bit worried, but I'm like, but I'm not doing that. She just needed to be heard. She just needed to be expressed in a safe, sacred space. But then I'm going to come from a place of love, right? But the reason I can come from a place of love is because I've moved through the anger. So going for a walk and really just letting it out. And then halfway through the walk, I find I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I've expressed it. I've moved it through my body. So going for a walk, talking to somebody, going for a run can be another one, going to the gym. But, be kind and gentle to your body at the same time. Another great way is, if you've got a pool noodle and just hitting the ground and just really, really just letting that anger, you might want to scream, you might want to growl, Screaming in a pillow is another one. You might want to put on some really... some music, whatever music it is for you, and you might want to either have music that's really rage music, and you can just whack something and be safe. You might want to punch a pillow, you might want to get some music on and sing and just really like, especially sometimes I do it in the car when I'm on my own, is put some music on, put it really loud and just yell out the singing and all that sort of stuff. But it's really shifting that. And if you really find where that anger is sitting in your body, as you move through the emotion, you can generally feel it shift and move through your body as well. So I think the really important thing is to go, it is okay to be angry. It's not about beating yourself up. When you beat yourself up over a certain way and all that sort of stuff, it's only adding to it. It's like, okay, I'm feeling angry because of this. Do it in a judgment-free. It's about being loving, kind, and compassionate to yourself. It's also about being curious too. We're curious once we're about that 2-year-old, but why? Get curious. Why do I feel this way? Why is this anger coming up? And then there's even another way to go a bit deeper with this is, how do I feel about being angry? How do I react or respond to when I'm angry? Or when you see other people being angry, how does that make you feel? Do you know what I mean? Like, what were the things that you were told as a child? So the conditioning you told as a child about being angry. And the thing is, when we deny that part of ourselves, we push it down, we're feeding our shadow. It's allowing our shadow, and it's not about being loving ourselves unconditionally. It's very conditional love. I will love you if you only feel good. When you feel bad, I don't love you because you're a bad person. But the thing is, these emotions and feelings are normal. It's what we do with them that is important, right? And the important thing is to move through it. And here's a little thing too. If you want to know a thing that you can see people that have pent up anger from unresolved issues or unhealed stuff, and we've all got it, right? We're all no one escaped that, past hurt, pains, and traumas and conditionings and all that sort of stuff, because no one's perfect. We're here to experience these things in the full spectrum of things. Is someone who it can be seen in road rage is a great one. Like really someone cutting you off. And let's be real, if we've driven a car, we've all been guilty of accidentally cutting someone off. Sometimes intentionally, when you get that smart ass driver, or we've accidentally, because we just haven't genuinely seen somebody. So when that happens, we've all done it, but when we do it to people, does it really justify somebody cutting sick and getting out and punching the shit out of someone in the car and all that sort of stuff, being violent? No, it doesn't. But what it does show is that's a result of unhealed anger, of being told that being angry is bad and we shouldn't be angry and you're a bad person if you're angry, and so you should stuff it down, and then it just explodes. It can be seen when people, something happens and they come across that they've overreacted. It just means that the shit's built up enough that something tiny explodes. And on the other scale of the shadow work aspect too, generally what's going on in your life and shit hitting the fan, and the triggers that we get aren't really about what's happening in the present moment. It's something that's going on in the unconscious and the subconscious. It's stuff from the past. It's from our childhood. It's from our conditionings, and whether conditionings from parents, siblings, family members, adults that were in our lives as children, and society as well. So you can see a lot of people that you sort of go, oh, if you're sitting there and you see someone that's overreacted, it's like, oh, they've overreacted. It's kind of like, oh, there must be some other stuff going on there. All right, we really never know what's going on with other people, but we're always quick to judge other people. So really, a bit of compassion goes a long way. It doesn't excuse bad behaviour, and this is why I am passionate about this topic, about all topics, a lot of things, is because, if we were taught how to work through anger in healthy ways, how different would the world be? How different would the world be if everyone could find healthy ways to express a normal emotion like anger? So yeah, that's my take on it. So let me know, what are your thoughts on anger? Were you taught? What comes up for you? I'd love to hear from you. Please let us know in the comments. You can come find us at www.autumncrone.com. On our website is a great place to find all our stuff. We have the Autumn Crone Temple, our paid membership, where we do circle work, we do working with your intuition, we do mediumship circle, that's with Dave, we do women's circle, we do our wisdom monthly focus circle, which is a bit about shadow work and uncovering the gems in our shadow, and then support calls and support posts and all that sort of stuff. We also have a free group, we have our newsletter, and I can't remember other things that are happening there, but yeah, that's a great little hub spot to find out what is going on. Alrighty, just remember, being angry is a normal human part, and it's about being comfortable, being uncomfortable in those feelings, but it's about working through them in a healthy way. I hope this has helped. Let me know, and I look forward to chatting more later on. Bye.